Sundance just keeps packing a punch, making me tired, but that doesn't stop me from doing some more reviews, and today we're reviewing Master. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today we're discussing Amazon Prime's brand new film, Master, which should be premiering in March, or if anything happens to delay it, well, that can happen. But, of course, it'll be premiering in March. This film just premiered at Sundance 2022. I got to check it out, and I had heard some mixed results from it. Some of my close friends had said they really didn't like this movie. Some other friends that I talked to absolutely loved it. So I didn't know where I was going to fall on the spectrum for this. And I'm more in the liking it category. Didn't love it, but I can see why some people did. And I can absolutely see why maybe it wasn't for everyone. But we'll talk all about that real fast, guys. Of course, Master is about two African-American women who begin to share disturbing experiences at a predominant white college in New England. It's directed and written by Mariama, Diallo, and it also stars Regina Hall, Ella Hunt, and of course, Zoe Renee. Now, this is a big thing for me. Master looked to have been just a typical drama that maybe could experience some psychological nature in there. Dear God knows, this more of a horror film in the vein of Get Out and Candyman, which very much got under my skin at certain points. And the psychological nature of this movie is absolutely haunting to all extremes, and that's where I want to give credit where credit is due. Diallo's direction in here is absolutely superb, building up all the creepy atmosphere and the scares, the set design, the production, the cinematography, all sorts of things like that are very much akin to the likes of Candyman, but in a very effective way that truly enough got under my skin. There's one moment in particular that I had a feeling that this was going to be more in the horror realm towards a certain point, but there's a point where a girl's laying on bed, and it's always the worst fear for all of us, when maybe your foot's sticking out or your arm's hanging over the edge, and you just see this creepy arm come out, and I said, fuck that, I'm done. Elements like that were some of the things that really were effective in here in keeping me on edge the entire way through. I think for me, that is one of the most effective things about this entire film, as well as the way that it is a deep dive into racism, colorism, and all sorts of elements like that. I was very impressed to see how organically that was put into the story and the way that it really much didn't teeter-totter to one way or the other, but you can definitely see the effective nature of what this film has to say. I think for me, with the performances like from Regina Hall, who is absolutely incredible in this, to also Zoe Renee, the psychological nature that goes between both of them and the issues that they have are absolutely phenomenal. In particular, Amber Gray, who plays a character in here by the name of Liv, has some certain revelations that come out towards the back half of the movie that I thought was also really important to the entirety of the story and what it was trying to say as well. Their three performances truly bring the gravitas to this movie that it was needing, as well as the direction in here as well. Very effective in all ways. For me, when it comes down to this movie, and the reason that I don't love this film is I do think organically, while everything else is firing on all cylinders, the story itself, I never found myself truly feeling like it flows in a very organic manner. Certain sequences just feel like they're there to be there, but never continue on in a really way that keeps me latched into the story. And I found that to actually be a downpour from the script. All the individual scenes that we have are great, and some really weave together greatly, but others just feel like they're placed there, and it feels like something was missing in between there. That's why I think Master is still an effective psychological horror film that builds an incredibly scary thing that got right under my skin, but the movie might be mesmerizing with its scares, but its deep dive into race was the key part of it all that kept it afloat. I still left wanting a bit more from the story, and of course, just because a lot of sequences do just feel like sequences and not actually organically written together. Great performances overall. Really excited to see what Diallo does next as a director and writer. She has made her stamp right here. I'm excited. But of course, guys, with all that said, I'm going to give Master a B. Thank you once again, guys, for watching this. You guys are really all the best. Thank you again. Make sure to leave a comment on what your guys' thoughts are on this movie, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. As well, if you're looking forward to seeing movies early, make sure to head on over to Astrachan Films as well. But of course, until next time, stay classy.